In the last 10 years, Snack has provided fighter training stack supplements to more than 20 world champions, including Mikey Garcia, Demetrius Andrade, and Caleb Plant. If you're ready to take your fight game to the next level, the Snack Fighter Training Stack is for you.
Zuffa boxing, boxing fans want to know.
What about it?
Well,
There's nothing. We got nothing till October.
Till October.
You know, I just literally, there's construction going on over at the headquarters, building a whole section for boxing, and hired somebody to run it. And
so you're not going to be able to run it?
No.
No, you're just too busy with the UFC.
I'll be involved, but I'm not going to run the day-to-day.
How involved are you going to be, you feel?
Very, very involved.
Very involved?
Very involved.
Dana,
yeah.
what did it mean to you, man, to introduce
Taz? Yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, I love him, you know, as a fan and as a friend. So, you know, for me to be asked to do this, I was blown away and honored. Yeah, it's one of those crazy things, man. Like, when I look at my life, I used to be sitting on the couch watching Vinny Pazienza fight, and a huge fan, and you know, now we're friends, and to be able to induct him is fucking awesome.
You took us all back with the VHS on Tuesday Night Fights. It's true, man, because he's a legend, and it really was an inspirational story.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was one of the most, to this day, one of the most incredible stories. I mean, Bleed for this, his movie, I've watched that movie 1,000 times. It's so good, and it's unfortunate. I wish that did better in the theaters, you know, because it's a damn good movie, and it's a true story.
It's incredible, man.
I guess, Dana, back on your foray coming into the boxing, what do you see that you want to change, or you think that you can change it and make better? Like,
there's so many things. I literally did a podcast, a boxing podcast yesterday for Sports Illustrated, and walked through as many things as I could without, because I can't really talk about the stuff that I'm doing or the stuff that I'm working on till October. So when I get all my shit together, we'll have a press conference, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking, and most of you'll think I'm crazy, and some will agree, and we'll see how it plays out.
You got fighters' names in mind you're looking
No,
at?
no, not at all. I want to wait till my guy gets in place, and first you have to come up with the game plan. How's this going to work? What are we going to do? But the ideas that I have are going to completely shake up the sport. Completely shake up the sport. You know, piss a lot of people off. You know, but these are the things you have to do to make something better.
You look like you're looking forward to it.
I am looking forward. This is what I love to do. This is my favorite thing. So I can't wait to give it a shot. And I'm not arrogant enough to think that, you know, I have all the answers and that I can make it perfect and I can fix it. But I'm going to try.
Do you see yourself transitioning more over on this side to the boxing side?
As far as what?
With your duties with the UFC, if it's successful, or is it like a personal thing, like where you want to put more time into this?
I'm definitely gonna spend a lot of time on boxing. You know, I'd like to figure out what we're gonna do, start implementing some of the things that I want to do, and then what you do is you build a really good team, build a team and start working, and it's not going to happen overnight. If you look at what we did in the UFC, we did it in 20 years, which is a long time, but for as big as the UFC, it's really not a long time. So, you know, it's going to take time.
What do you see as the biggest problem right now?
Biggest problem?
Yeah.
The biggest problem is that the best won't fight the best. That's the biggest problem. You can't make the fights that, I mean, since I was a fan 30-something years ago, the fights you wanted to see either took forever or they didn't happen. And I think that there's this way of thinking in boxing that the longer we drag this thing out, the more pent-up demand you're going to get, which isn't true. Yeah. I mean, if you look at what we did with Conor McGregor, this guy who had unbelievable personality and could fight, and look at how fast this guy blew up, and he's part of the, you know, him and Mayweather is the biggest fight ever in the history of boxing, right? Pay-per-view wise. Then Mayweather, McGregor and Habib did 2.5 million pay-per-view buys. You know, so Conor, for a short time that he's been around, has a few of the top 10 biggest pay-per-views in history.
In boxing, if you could put like the best fight,
the dream matchup right now is you have to have these 4 heavyweights fight each other. They have to fight each other. And the crazy thing is what the guys who are pulling the strings, there's enough money for everybody. There's plenty of money in those 4 guys fighting each other. Plenty of money for everybody.
So what's your thoughts on like the DAZN, the streaming services? Like how do you think that's going to kind of play into like the boxing world? And
I don't know. I mean, when I look
into it,
listen, I'm not in the network business. I think that DAZN made some mistakes in the deals that they cut. I think the fighters and the managers did an amazing job in the deals that they cut with DAZN. But I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see the deals they cut don't work. That doesn't work. It's not going to work. And I mean, even the Mayweather move with Showtime. If it wasn't for Conor, those guys wouldn't have made their money back. You know. So, not acting like I'm Mr. Know-It-All.